the education sector. Now, I would recommend sincerely that all of you carry or keep a notebook and a pen and pencil next to you in order to take down some notes that you may want to. So what is it that you are going to gain after this program? After completing this program, you will be able to do preparatory work, identify and write resumes in various formats, and apply the three-step process to create a winning resume. Now, just before we go into this webinar, I would like to ask you a few questions. Please keep your notepad and pen handy. All you need to do is answer true or false. So are you ready? So here is the first question. A resume can also be called a curriculum vitae. True or false? Please make a note of your answers. When writing a resume, the bigger, the better. True or false? Your resume will be read from the start to the finish by everyone. True or false? Your resume will get you a job. True or false? I sincerely hope you have made a note of your answers. Now, if any one of your answer is true to any of these questions, then it is incorrect, because the answers to all these questions are false. Yes, they are false. If you consider your CV and resume, there is really a big difference between a curriculum vitae and a resume. What is the difference? The curriculum vitae is actually a more detailed description of your achievements, of your skill sets, your experience, your additional qualifications, and all extra additions that you may want the person to be aware of. Whereas a resume is more or less a summary, not more than 1 or 2 pages long. And that is basically the difference between a resume and a curriculum vitae. Now, I'm sure that you know the answers to the second and third questions as well. Now, let me tell you about the third and fourth question. Yes, it is going to be a real shock to you, because nobody, I repeat, no interviewer or employer is going to read your resume from start to finish. That is right. And also, don't be assured that your resume will get you a job. No. Now, according to research, a normal consultant who receives about 30 resumes will only go through about 10 resumes. That is right, just 10. Meaning there is a 66% chance that your resume may get rejected. Now, consider the option if you approach an SME or mid-sized company. The chances are that out of every 50 resumes, only 10 will be filtered or looked through. Which means, again, there is an 80% chance of your resume to get rejected. Now, far worse is a large corporation. Out of 100 resumes, they will only look at around 10 resumes, which means there is a 90% chance that your resume may get rejected. Now, what are the real reasons? We have identified, after several research activities, 3 primary and critical reasons. Kindly pay attention. The first reason is that your resume does not meet the criteria that the employer is looking for. You know what? studies show that your resume must match with the employer's criteria at least by 70%. That is correct, at least by 70%. The second reason being lack of clarity. And this is one of the major reasons why your resume may not get selected. So, let's look at the third reason then. The third reason, again, being one of the most important reasons, is the lack of formatting. Your typo errors, your grammatical errors, your font size, your coloring of your resume, and things like that can really be displeasant to the eye. So then, what can you do to stand out in this competition? Now, let me just take you to a startling example, a fact rather. There is a lot in common between advertising and resume writing. Did you really know? Yes, there is. Now let's look at what the meaning of advertising is. According to Wikipedia, advertising is a form of marketing communication used to encourage, persuade an audience to take some action. Kindly note those words that are highlighted in green in front of you. Persuade an audience to take some action. What is a resume then? According to Wikipedia, a resume is a marketing tool in which the content should be adapted to secure an employment. Again, look at those words highlighted in green. Both an advertising and a resume have this in common. They actually make the other person take some action. Now, how can you make that person take some action? Meet Priya. She's also known as Miss Talented. She has completed her engineering and has a flair for writing. Now, her friends have told her she's a good listener. Her professors have told her that she asks the right questions. However, Priya does not want to build circuits or do programming, which means there's a decline in job listings for her. So then what can Priya do?